stopping me now, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl champs.
What's going on, sports fans, football fans, New York Giants fans? Welcome back to another episode of G Nation Inside Sports with your boy, Big Lou. And without any further ado, man, I just wanted to talk about the state of the Giants right now and the fact that everybody is going cuckoo about who we're going to draft. Are we going to get the quarterback? You know, Russell Wilson's on a one-year deal. Some people seem to think he's going to be the savior of this organization all of a sudden. And to be honest with you, but through see what's going on, my brother. We're going to do a mock draft tonight. But, you know, as a guy who has made a name for himself as Mr. 11-6, New York Giants fan since the early 80s. Been watching this team go up and down and have highs and very, very low lows. But for the most part, man, I'm excited about this upcoming season. We have a lot of young guys that are hungry, that want to win, that want to change the direction that this organization is heading. We have two good mentors at quarterback. I believe Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston would be great mentors to whoever we draft. Now, let me just be clear. I am hopeful that we draft Shedeur Sanders. I am hopeful that we get that guy in the building and have two guys that can mentor him who have both played multiple seasons in the NFL on multiple teams, have a vast wealth of knowledge about the game, and particularly the way it goes in the NFL. Now, a lot of you guys know for a young college player coming into the NFL, it takes some time. The game has to slow down for him. He has to be able to see the field, go through his reads, progressions, look for his guys. And, you know, a lot of guys are nervous. You know, everybody has nerves. And when you're going from college, which is a huge stage, to the grandest stage of them all, the NFL, it's only normal that you're going to have some nerves and some questions. And you're going to want some guys in the building who have been there before, who have been under the bright lights in high-pressure situations and can think on the fly, make decisions on the fly, go through their reads, and execute. So for that, I am very happy with the addition of Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. But I don't believe that Russell Wilson is the answer. In fact, I know Russell Wilson is not the answer long-term. He has a one-year deal, and based on his introductory press conference, the things that he said, he wants to lead this team. He wants to win. So that kind of makes me nervous because if you're of that mindset and you're thinking about winning, you're thinking about your last hoorah, you know, etching your name in stone, so to speak. You don't want a guy who's trying to win it all for himself, who's trying to make a name for himself or make history for himself, in the sense that he might not be taking the time to correct the young man and show him the easier way or a better way to do certain things. So that kind of scares me with the Russell Wilson aspect. As far as Jameis Winston, always smiling, always happy, very good personality, willing to impart whatever knowledge he can on the younger fellas. And I just feel like Russell Wilson is just going to be here to try to make a name for himself in this last year. And in the event that we do get Shedeur, it's not a guarantee that Russell Wilson is going to be the starter. Because I promise you, if Shedeur Sanders gets drafted here, he is trying to start week 1. He is going to compete against Tommy DeVito, Jameis Winston, and Russell Wilson. And he is going trying to win that spot, that starting spot. Now, that to me would be an ideal situation. We draft Shedeur. You have Jameis Winston there to mentor him. You have Russell Wilson to kind of mentor him, because Russell Wilson seems like he's mostly thinking about himself for this last season, this 1-year deal that he got. But, I'm a Giants fan, man. I want to see the Giants win. And just like I sat here and cheered for DJ, even though, the signs were all over the place that he was not the guy and it was time to let him go, I'm going to cheer for those guys who wear this NY logo and this New York blue. Now, does that mean I'm not going to call out the Bulls when they're wrong? Of course not. If you're messing up, I'm going to speak on it. If you're doing wrong, I'm going to speak on it. If there's something that can be improved on, I'm going to speak on it, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to give you my insight and my opinion on what my eyes see and what my brain calculates. Okay? As a guy who has played football, as a guy who has coached football, as a guy who's been a fan for over 30 years, I see things a little different, having played, having coached, and as a fan. So I can look at it from multiple aspects, whereas a lot of guys just make videos or make commentary just from a fan's perspective. Then you got some guys on YouTube who have come from a player's perspective. You got some who come from a coach's perspective, but very few can come from all three angles. So that's what I like to do. I like to give you guys the information and insight as to what I see from all three of those angles. And a lot of times when you're looking at something from a coach's eyes as opposed to a fan's eyes, your views are going to differ. And when you're looking at stuff from a player's eyes, you and the coach might not see eye to eye. So, it gives you a little insight into the nuances of how plays are called, the back and forth between players and coaches, and not in a bad way, just the back and forth, But all in all, mathematically, they didn't give Russ a big contract. They didn't give Jameis Winston a big contract. So is it feasible that we still draft Shedeur Sanders? Yes, absolutely. Is it probable? That's another question. Let me catch up some of this chat real quick. Clinton Jones, what's going on, my brother? He says, hey, Lou, how you doing? Hey, man, I'm alive and well, brother. Ain't nothing going to stop me, you heard? As long as I got the most high and the able body, I'm always going to be good. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the building. What's going on? Thank you guys for checking in too, man. Fact 718 says, nah, y'all got to start hitting that like button. Tell them again, Foots. Tell them again, son. They be hating. You know what I'm saying? Watching from the Shadow Realm. Ninja watching. I like Deion's son, but Arch Manning. I'm conflicted. Now, I've been talking about the Arch Manning thing for a while now. All right, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, man. Don't be ninja watching. Share this video on your other social media platforms. Help me get notarized in the algorithm, man. You know what I'm saying? Help them push this content. It's free. You don't got to create an account. You don't got to put in no wild information. It costs you absolutely nothing to push that subscribe button. So please do so now, man. You heard? But I've been talking about Arch Manning for a while. Here's the thing with that. It's no guarantee that he's going to come out next year. Right? And Russell Wilson is playing with a chip on his shoulder. He wants his last hoorah. He wants to go out, winning and possibly, get his name etched into the Hall of Fame down in Canton so he can be remembered for life. So if he plays with that chip on his shoulder, then we won't be anywhere near that Arch Manning pick if he did come out next year. So who knows? But I would be happy with either one of them. I'm not gonna lie. You bring Shedeur in here now, I'll be happy. You hold out and you wait for Arch Manning, I'll be happy. Now here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing with that. Sorry. I had a text message there that We got silent my phone. We have to wait for Arch Manning. Shador is there now. We're tired of losing. We want wins now. Now, here's the flip side of that coin. Do you really believe Dable can do anything with Shador? Or Arch, or Cam Ward, or anybody for that matter. I have absolutely zero faith in Brian Dable. I think he is a horrible coach. All caps. Horrible. Horrible coach. I can't emphasize that enough. This dude is terrible. Horrible. Just not good. And I don't care what people try to say. We did a film breakdown on that dude for over an hour, looking at his stats, his track record, his percentages. You know, trash, man. Trash. And nobody can convince me otherwise. And the fact that Mara and Tish doubled down and kept these two clowns here, and when I say two, I mean Joe Schoen and Brian Dable, because they have dismantled this team. You can't tell me Joe Schoen's first two drafts, okay? He drafted safety, cornerback. He drafted a safety and a cornerback. He also added tight ends in every one of his drafts, which did not pan out. We've missed on most of our offensive linemen. We've missed on most of our defensive linemen. So as far as these guys scouting and picking the right guys, I don't really have too much confidence in that. So we'll see. Basically, whoever we end up with, it's a coin toss because of the coaches that we have. You can get the most talented players in here, and, you know, just look at Saquon Barkley, man. Look at the Saquon Barkley situation. Brian Dable and Joe Schoen completely fumbled the ball on that one. Saquon Barkley was supposed to retire a New York Giant with a gold jacket. Gettleman was absolutely right. Generational talent, once-in-a-lifetime talent. What did we do? Tried to ruin the man's career. And then try to lowball him and let him leave and go win the Super Bowl with our rivals. You let your second overall pick leave and got nothing in return for him. For that alone, you should be fired. This is not supposed to be a Brian Dable and Joe Schoen stream, but I just had to get off my chest because it seems like no matter who we draft, until you get them two clowns out the building, we screwed, man. I take Deion's son serious. Yes, he's a beast. What up, Lou? Raph in the building. What's going on, Rafael? Foots, nah, Russ coming, jerks Dable's job. Keeps Dable's job. I don't know, man. Russell Wilson is on the downslope of his career. And I mean downslope. It's not like he got 2-3 good years left. No, he does not. So if he plays very bad, he may be the undoing of Brian Dable. Or at least Joe Schoen for bringing him over here. Dable had a veteran QB. It's either he's a good coach or not. Dable is not a good coach, Foots. Dable is trash. Dable is not a good coach. I'm sorry. They want to fire Dable. Russ is a test to see if Dable is a bust. I can tell you right now, Dable is an absolute bust. Absolute bust. That dude is trash. I really want Abdul Carter, but we need a QB. I would love to have Abdul Carter here, but I do agree with you. We need a young QB that can learn from Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson, and, you know, next year or maybe in 2 years, take that big leap and lead this team where they need to be back on course, man, for championships. But you know, it's possible that we do get him and pass on Shador Sanders, which to me would be mind-boggling. Makes absolutely no sense. There's no way you pass on a guy like Shador Sanders just because you brought in a washed Russell Wilson. Nah, that would be the dumbest shit ever. Coach, what up, Coach? I sent you the link in your Twitter, bro. Would love for you to join in and give me your take and the rest of the people watching on this situation. Considering that you're a head coach, you've coached on multiple levels, and you can probably look at this with a different insight than most of us, and give us a different lens to look at this through. So please feel free. I sent you the link in your Twitter. I would love for you to hop in here and give me a few minutes of your time. Peace and blessings to you as well. Glad to see you back, making content and doing your thing, brother. It's long overdue. We missed you. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Mets, Snarf in the building. What's going on, man? Arch Manning, Travis Hunter. Ooh. Now, a lot of people are saying that, too. Should we draft Travis Hunter since he could play cornerback or wide receiver? We need a quarterback. While I like Jameis Winston, I like Russell Wilson, they are not the future of the New York Giants. The potential future of the New York Giants will be sitting there at 3. And I don't understand why you would not draft either one of them, Cam Ward or Shador. If they are there at 3, you grab them, no ifs, ands, or buts. If you don't, there is something mentally wrong with these people in this organization. Dave was a good coach, bro. Oh, the hell he ain't, Foots. Whatever you lighten up in that picture right there, put it down. Because it's got you saying crazy shit if you think Dave was a good coach. No, I don't mind Mets. And Dable did nothing with them. Absolutely. Dable first convinced me he's a good coach. He said the same thing about Tom, and he took us to the Super Bowl. Nah. Tom Coughlin was a good coach. Dable's nowhere near Tom Coughlin. Dable had nothing to do with Super Bowl. Absolutely right, Foots. Don't draft Carter, too many injuries. Okay, Mr. Johnson, what's going on, Mr. Johnson? My bad for the misspelling. Devaka got me. No worries, Foots. Captain Raphael, salute Mets and Coach Ed. Foot said Abdul Carter is one of one. I agree. And we've had some issues with our defensive fronts and would love for that to get squared away because everybody knows football is a game of inches and those wars are fought in the trenches. And for the last 12 to 15 years at least, our trenches have been despicable. And I'm tired of seeing it. As my man Coach Ed used to say, oh, there he is. Where is he? Let me put him in here. Pause. Where is it? There we go. Coach, wait a minute. Doggone. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We're
good.
No, I got Coach Ed in here and it's not. Okay, I gotta edit this. All right, here we go. What is going on here?
There he is.
There we go. What's up, Coach? As my boy Coach used to say, the fat sexies.
The sexy fatties.
The fat sexy fatties. There you go. I'm sorry, I butchered your saying. My bad. Good to see you, my brother, man. I ain't seen you making no content in a minute, man. Glad to have you back, bro.
Yeah, I just did a draft, a mock draft. Posted it.
Well, I know, but we ain't did a video together no more. So it's good to see us on the screen together. You know what I mean?
No, I feel you. It's a blessing. So, thank you for all the support and the love, man. I appreciate you. So.
Oh
What's
wait,
up,
brother.
What's up, Matt? How you doing, bro?
Fine. I mean, had a pretty decent. I mean, had a pretty rough stream with the ball game I called on Friday between the Jays and Mets. Not a lot of people showed up, but that's expected with baseball. Even
I hear you.
But in
Got
any
it.
case, this whole deal with the draft coming up in a couple of weeks, I'm just going to. The Giants have the same problem as the New York Knicks in basketball. We got a GM and a coach who are basically two sides of the same coin. Dable's a hoarder and Shane is a waster. On the one hand, Dable is too stingy and sticking to one stagnant play style and hoarding the players he feels that can provide the roles he needs to have filled while leaving the others in the dust. On the other hand, Shane makes these draft choices is thinking that Dable's going to develop the kids, not aware that the guy is leaving them to rot. It's greed on both sides.
Well, I would say that it's more than just Dable as far as that goes. We've had multiple position coaches in here who have not developed a lot of these players, and you see these guys go to other teams and excel. So it makes you ask, what the heck is being taught in this building? We've seen it with multiple guys. Guys leave here, and Will Hernandez was trash. Everybody, he's trash, he's trash, he's trash. He goes over there, excels. Even OG Bobby Johnson, we was blaming the coach, Bobby Johnson. He went over there and got the Washington line right. So it's like either he's not – everything starts from the top down. Just like the team is a reflection of your coach. So there has to be some accountability on the coach and the general manager because they are the ones who hire the rest of the staff to get these guys ready.
Yep.
Yes, the guys have to play and execute. That is a huge part of it too. But if it's not meshing, then you have to look at the top.
Yep.
But I don't want to get off track. I wanted coaches' take on this situation with the two quarterbacks, and you know, a lot of people think we're not going to get Shador because we have Wilson, and Wilson is talking about leading the team and getting back to winning, but he only has a 1-year deal. Winston, on the other hand, is a very good, high character guy, good energy, positive attitude, would be a great mentor to a Shador Sanders, but he's not the answer to fix this team neither. He's very inconsistent. Good quarterback, but you don't get consistent play out of Winston. So I don't think it would be smart. I don't think it would be smart to pass on Shador Sanders just because you have a Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson in the building. And I would love to hear your take on that. So I digress, Coach. You have the floor, brother.
As I said on Twitter, Shador Sanders is my quarterback. So
let's go, Coach. Sorry.
I'm going to start right there. I understand the thought process if they do not draft him. I do not agree with that. So let me make sure I say that.
So me and you on the same page.
I understand why,
but I don't like it. Yeah.
You know, look, if they feel that their job is really on the line, then, you know, logically self-preservation is going to be, you're going to do what you got to do to save your job. And so you could feed your family, put, you know, clothes on everybody. But I get that part. It's not good business in the full spectrum because you're supposed to build a organization that's supposed to compete, not just for the short term, but for the long term. Now, as you said, drafting Shador and basically giving him a redshirt year. I would. Russell Wilson is 1 year. You know, I look at it like this. I said it earlier today. Russell Wilson and Sierra, because they're a tag team. You know, Sierra wants to be in New York. I mean, it's for her career.
To revive her career.
Russell Wilson, he's here in New York. Also, look at the fact that even if his career ends after this, he's in the right market that, you know, hit for his after football career. So being in New York would definitely help him there. and then you still have Shador Sanders. You should have him going next year. You have Winston. You know, say everything you want about him. Look, Winston's going to go out there. If he's out there playing, he's going to sling it. The only thing you really worry about with Winston is the turnovers. The man will throw for 400 yards. So, you know, in that regard, the turnovers, if he could knock it down, then you're saying to yourself, okay, we have a decent backup quarterback, someone who could definitely mentor Shador. And then, you know what? If he's doing a good job, you keep bringing him back, even on one-year contracts, just for the fact that he's going to be here to help the young man. And plus, him and Russell Wilson can teach him, Shador, how to be a quarterback, but also how to be a minority quarterback in the NFL, the obstacles that you're going to face, you know, in the NFL. Now, I do think that, you know, his father has helped him have that understanding, but his father never played the quarterback position. He may understand, you know, the NFL, but he never played that position. So they can tell him.
Different beast, yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, and the pressure that comes along with it. So, for me, it's a no-brainer. Even though I do love Travis Hunter, if it's Travis Hunter and Shador, I'm taking the quarterback.
Shador,
you know,
facts.
For the longest
Absolutely.
while, I've always said, you know, when DJ was here, give DJ weapons to see if he's the quarterback. Well, he's no longer here. And you know, everyone has always said, hey, Tudo, what's up? Everyone has always said, hey, it's a passing league. You got to get the quarterback. You got to get the quarterback. You got to get the quarterback. Now, all of a sudden, there's a facet of the fan base that does not want to get the quarterback.
That makes no sense.
It just doesn't click for me.
Especially after 6 years of saying, get rid of him, get our guy. Now there's two guys there, and you're saying don't get him.
Exactly. So, and then here's the other factor, okay? Let's just say you don't take him, and the Giants go out there and they win, and they put themselves in the middle of the pack in the draft.
Now you miss out on the next year's quarterback.
Exactly. So you're continuing to do the same thing over and over again. And what's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing
over and over and expecting
different results.
And it's not going to happen. So to me, get your quarterback, solidify the offensive line. If you can get you a guard, get you an interior defensive lineman, and then add other pieces as you go along, you know, in the draft. So, you know, that's how I see it. Right now, I'm focused on Shador. I'm hoping, you know, that Shane and Dable, when he's sitting there, they say, you know what, we got to do what we got to do. This is our quarterback. And this may, I'm not saying it will, it may give you an extra year or two because you now have a young quarterback that, you know what? And I know you don't like that, Lou, and I get it. But in the same token, you want to still give a young quarterback
some continuity.
We did the same thing that did DJ after his first year. You got rid of his head coach. So, and even though there were a lot of people calling for his head at that time, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. You let a young quarterback develop in that system. So, but hey, that's how I see it. So,
bring Shermer with him. Shit.
No, I don't think Shermer's coming back to New York. I definitely don't think he's coming back to New York now. So
let me catch up some of these comments real quick, and I'll get to you in a second, Snarf. Hold on 1 second. Foots, only thing negative about Abdul Carter is he can't get no bigger than 250, but don't believe that.
What about his injury? Nobody talks about that right now. What about Carter's injury right now? So what's up, Mosley?
Eric Johnson says it right there. Carter hasn't been on the field. Don't trust his shoulder or foot.
Thank you.
Nerd Cage, what's going on? He says, hey, gentlemen. JC Rhythms, what's good, Lou? Let's go. Big Blue 11-6. That's right. You see it. You say ain't nothing changed, baby. If we get Shador, it might be 12-5. Don't play with me. I might switch it up and make new shirts.
Why does something tell me that even if we do get Shador and Gable tries to throw him to the wolves early, at best we're going to be 4-13.
Don't be a negative Nancy. Don't be a negative Nancy. Come on. So you speaking bad stuff into existence. We don't want that.
Track records, Lou. We know Gable is a half-wit of a coach. He doesn't scout properly. He doesn't incorporate all the pieces to the puzzle or put them. It's like this guy's like loves sticking square pegs in round holes.
Hold on one second. Judo, my brother from another mother. He says, salute and respect to G Nation, the only nation, sexy fatties, and all diehard Giants fans across the pond. F all ninjas hiding in backyards. Greeting from our entire club currently in Johannesburg, South Africa. Salute to you, brother, and South Africa, and your squad. Y'all stay healthy, stay hydrated, and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Please, everyone, hit that like button. Thank you very much. There you go. Y'all go subscribe to Coach Ed as well, man. Let's get this man to 500 subs. Y'all bullshitting. He should already be at least 500 subs, man.
Someone get me to 1,000.
I thought you was already at 1,000.
No, I'm only at 700. I'm basically hovering right now at around 700.
Well, let's get Snarf to 1,000 as well, doggone it. Mr. Eric Johnson. Big Lou. Thank you, Tudo. What's the word, gentlemen? How are y'all doing, by the way? Hey, I'm alive and well, brother. Thank you for asking. Please, everyone in the building, hit the like button. Subscribe to G Nation. Won't cost you nothing. Please don't be a ninja watcher here wasting valuable time. Nimmer, what's going on? Knicks got a victory. Yes, we did. The Knicks are looking real good.
But now we got the real tests coming up for the last 4 games of the year. 3 of them against playoff teams.
That Karl Anthony Towns move kind of shot us in the foot because he can score, but he's not a big man in the paint. He's not going to stop nothing. He's not going to block a bunch of shots, and people are not intimidated to come in the middle on him. So, pause. That didn't sound right. To come through the middle on him.
I mean, what do you expect? I mean, there was no way with the cap issue we were going to keep Hartenstein around anyway. We had to pivot.
But what they gave up for him was ridiculous. But this is a football street.
You didn't give up anything for Hartenstein. Hartenstein was a free agent, so he left on his own because OKC was giving him more money than the Knicks could give him.
I know, but I'm just saying, and think of all the crap we've been put through. Let me just pivot briefly to basketball. The Knicks are now basically screwed for the next 6 draft years because Leon Rose has a bad habit of giving away first-round draft capital like it's candy for a quick fix. That compensation. Know what I mean, Ed?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really pissing me off. You want to build through the draft? Then build through the damn draft instead of lying about it and giving away the draft capital like candy.
You know what? I never thought I'd say this, but I kind of missed your little rants, Mets. But I wanted to get a mock draft in tonight as well. I don't know how much time you have, Coach.
I was just working on a project for a couple hours before I crash. So I mean, I got some time.
I got a little bit of time too.
Eric Johnson says, "What do you guys about
Scatterboo is that's the running back from Arizona State. He's very physical. I do like him. He has the mentality. You see, this is the biggest thing that I look at right now with any athlete coming into New York. This market will completely devour players if you are not mentally tough for being here. You know, I don't care how talented you are. If you become a little pansy, I'll be nice. If you become a little pansy and you can be mentally broken, then you know what? You being in New York is not the place for you. Scatterable, he can definitely handle New York. Shador, we know he can handle New York. Those are the type of players that I think New York needs. You know, not just the physical skills, but the mental ability, because fans, we're brutal. The media is brutal. And you got to be able to handle that. And sometimes you got to be able to put people in their place, whether they're fans or the media, and let them know, look, I'm a grown person just like you. I ain't afraid. You can talk your talk, but you know what? When you cross that line, then I'm gonna give it right back to you. So,
Yep.
Yep. And it doesn't matter if
All
it's
right.
Giants. And it doesn't matter if it's Giants or Jacks.
Tudo, I'm just getting back, bro. So trust and believe. I'll be doing some Rutgers content, and getting stuff together to talk about Rutgers, talk about what's going on, how I'm feeling. Like with the basketball program, how I'm not happy with what I'm seeing there. So I'm definitely
No
going to be
food, too,
talking
though.
about.
It's not food. It's smoke. Who want all the smoke? Lou always want the smoke. There you go, complain about my camera. Lou, please don't be a ninja eater. Turn on your camera and show us what you got for dinner. It's not dinner time. It's 11 o'clock. It's smoke time. It's time to go to bed. I'm willing to roll the dice with Wilson, Abdul Carter at 3, make our D-line unstoppable. I'm not willing to roll the dice with Wilson, Nerd Cage. That's crazy. The man has played for 4 teams. What is it? 3 teams in 4 seasons?
Yes, Seattle, Denver, and he was in Pittsburgh last year.
Yeah, so that's not a quarterback I'm willing to bank on. That's a journeyman at this point. Yes, he was a good quarterback. Yes, he got him some Super Bowls, but at this point in his career, he is a journeyman. I'm not willing to bet it all on a journeyman.
Neither am I. And the same thing with Winston. I mean, sure, he's a lot smarter and a much better personal character, but he has the same problem I had with DJ. He's turnover. He bakes turnovers.
Which draft is? I always get confused with PFN and PFF. Which one?
PFF is first of all, PFF you got to pay for. You only get the first 3 rounds at no charge, but then if you want a full 7, you got to pay for it. So PFN, I think you can do the full because it's completely free.
Giants 7 best enter solo draft. All right.
Now they all do have different gradings. I will admit that. So,
all right, share screen.
I will say this: if Wilson is going to be motivated because his wife wants to be in New York, and not because you are a professional, that's even more reason not to want him. For me, for more reason not to want him long term. You're a professional. You should be able to be motivated on your own, not because your wife wants to be somewhere. And don't get me wrong, I know the ladies, they have their say. So, but in this business and a multi-million-dollar entity or multi-billion-dollar business, sometimes it's like, babe, look, I got this. I know this business. You handle your business, I'm gonna handle my business. So,
well, I agree with you too, though. Big Lou, with all respect, mate. Back to our old conversations again. Giants ain't about let's get this and that, mate. It's all about smart and competent coaching, mate. Mm-hmm. Giants been down the tube since Coach Coughlin left. I've said that multiple times. Coach Ed has said that multiple times. I don't think there's too many Giants content creators who don't understand that. Since Coughlin left, it has been all downhill, and every coach that has been in here has been underwhelming, to say the least, to put it nicely. Okay. So yeah, that is a definite fact that we all realize at this point. And we need some, which is why I got upset when we hired Dable and when we hired Shane, because I'm tired of the unproven first-time head coaches and first-time GMs. Go get me some guys that have won and know how to win.
Even though I know we could probably end up getting more. I'm sorry, Lou. I accept this trade.
Say what?
I accept this trade because here's the deal. They're not taking a quarterback, New England. So you're now getting a second round draft pick at 38. Think about that. And Shedeur
Because they got Drake May. Because they have Drake May.
They have Drake May. So you know they're not.
It's glad to have you back, coach. God darn it.
I accept that trade.
All right, let's try it. Let's see what coach now. I'm not gonna take no.
No, don't take any more. Don't take any more. You reject it.
Yeah.
Because Sanders is still there. You don't want to move too far down.
Backfires.
They wanted, and that's exactly who I knew they wanted. They wanted Travis Hunter. So now you go ahead and take Shedeur Sanders. You got an extra second round draft pick because we have 34, and now we have four spots after that. So come on, man.
Well, y'all give it up for Coach. Set your chopper.
Okay, Los Angeles will give us pick 35 and a what is that? What year is that?
55. That's 55. That's not 35.
I mean, pick 55 and a 26 second round. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
My boy, Coach hit him with the mic drop trade.
Mm-hmm.
Let's skip this.
Now, in real talk, what's probably happening because there are discussions with New England. Because New York, if you're smart, you can talk to Jacksonville, and you can see about moving down to 5, and you can even get more from New England, or you move down to 5, and you get a whole lot more, probably a next year's 1 from Jacksonville, and you're still going to get Sanders. He's still going to be there.
But what if by that point he's not?
Look at Look who's there. Right now we're at 3, New England's at 4, and Jacksonville is at 5. New England and Jacksonville both have quarterbacks. So if you move down to 5, you're not worrying about that. And if you tell New England, look, I got Jacksonville on the line because they want Abdul Carter. That's the thing. They both want Abdul Carter. So, personally speaking, I'm trying to squeeze New England. I just want to move back 1 spot. And if I can get a first round next year, as well as a second or a third this year, I'm doing that deal. And that's in real life. What's up, AK? How you doing, bro?
AK?
Yeah, it's AK. NFL Reality Check is
Where?
AK. NFL Reality Check
Bro,
is
AK from Philly?
Yeah.
No. Bro, I didn't know what the hell happened to that dude. I didn't know if he passed away or what. I ain't heard from that dude since Jeff was around.
Yeah, no. He's back in the sphere now. So, but yeah.
Man, good to hear from you, brother. Good to know you alive, man. Even though you're a stinking Philadelphia fan, you're a good dude, brother. Good to know you alive, man. Word up, bro. Damn, I ain't heard that name in a minute. I don't think Wilson liked being in Denver or Pittsburgh. He's always wanted to be in New York. I'm hoping he balls out. Well, listen, if he balls out, I need him to ball out all the way. I don't need him to ball out and then get us out the running for picks next year.
And I'm loving this right now. You got 3 nice DTs right there. Oh, yes.
I hate a DT. Leave you all hard and shit. No, let me stop.
It's no, oh boy.
Boss.
Only Lou.
Big Boss Lou, as long as Moron Mara is in charge, he's got a nasty habit of hiring cheap and stupid coaches so he can fill up his own purse every season, mate. Nothing will change until otherwise. I agree with you on that one. Word up. Javi, ATX, what's going on, my brother? AK, my stinky, smelly mate, how we doing? Yes, sir, I'm here, bro. Had an accident on the way home from Jeff's funeral that almost killed me. Oh, wow.
Yes,
I did not know that. Holy crap, bro. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. Glad that you came out the other side of it, my brother, for real, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Glad you still with us, brother. Here's on a side note. Joe was here with me yesterday. We took my sons fishing. We went out to the lake, had a good time. Me, my sons, Joe, his wife, Kim. made a whole day of it, man. Made some memories with my boys. So yeah. So a lot of guys had some reality checks and some real scares, and I'm glad that all of you guys pulled through, man. Because I was in a 6-car pileup. My Durango's still in the shop, So yeah.
It's been a good bit of Friday. It's been a good bit of Friday doing another dish for my book.
You writing a book, Snarf?
No, I spent Friday working on another recipe from my cookbook.
Oh, I was about to say, look at Snarf. Okay. All right. So where we at, Coach? We at 34.
No, here's the thing right now. All right. If you take a look at this, you can go 2 ways about this. All right. You got 3 DTs right there. And then you also have Jackson, an offensive guard, there. Donovan Jackson, yeah. So now you can get guards later if you want to go that route. Yeah, I can't see who else is there later. Toodle's messages in the way.
Oh, give me 1 second.
So bless you. Go to the offensive guard.
Offense.
Yeah, you're already in the offensive guard. So now you got Saliavea, you got Murn, you got Tate Ratledge. You can probably get later in the 3rd round. Fairchild. So there's now if you want to say you want to wait and you don't want to take Jackson, you can take a DT. So there's a couple of ways. If you go to the defensive tackle, there's 3 right there, all in a row. And I think you can still get some later too, DTs. You got Walter Nolans. Yeah, you got Nolans, Williams, and Grant.
What do you think about Williams?
And Williams is good too. My preference out of all 3 is Grant. Grant is a big guy. He's roughly about 6'5", about 330, 340, somewhere in that range. So
okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab the defensive tackle because we pick at 38 again, and hopefully Grant will still be there.
But you still have other offensive linemen later in the draft anyway, so it's not to the point where you're in dire needs if you say, oh well, if I lose Grant, it's a big drop off. Not really. Jackson is good. Don't get me wrong.
I want to grab Jackson. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we got a rookie quarterback coming in, and more than likely, now I think he beats Russell Wilson in the competition, just skills, but the nuances of being a veteran for as long as he has is what will make him lose that competition. But if we have a few bad games and Dable feels like his job is on the line, he will throw Shador in there.
Exactly.
So I want to shore up this offensive line so we're not sitting here waiting for a quarterback to heal. I'm tired of that shit.
Yeah, you take Jackson now. So I don't have an issue with that. So
no trades. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Now go back to
let me go. Grant is right there.
Here you go.
Oh, well played. Yes. Now, I'm thinking we need a running back to pair with Tracy, a big bruising back. What do you think?
Let's see what's on the board first. Go to all. Hit all. So you have Caleb Johnson, but do you want to swing? Go look for a swing tackle.
Oluwafemi. Well, our linebackers have been trash. Yeah, Oluwafemi Oladejo.
Go to the little notepad right by the draft sign. That'll give you a detailed scouting report.
Oluwafemi Oladejo made the transition to the defensive line this past season after starting his career as an off-ball linebacker, recording 57 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks this season. He is a high motor player who plays with tremendous effort and physicality in the run game. However, Oladejo is an average pass rusher who doesn't consistently win reps, having had a pass rush win rate of 14.5% this year in true pass sets. He plays with an inconsistent pad level and generally isn't a skilled pass rusher. Oladejo doesn't have many go-to moves and struggles to get off blocks as a pass rusher consistently. That's why I said linebacker when I first went over to him with the cursor.
Close this out. Go to defense. I want to see something. Go to edge. Scroll down for me for a little bit. I'm looking for someone. Stop. Right there. Go to Antoine and go to the notepad. Yeah.
Antoine Powell-Ryland, Virginia Tech. Antoine Powell-Ryland, a standout Virginia Tech defensive player, has advanced his edge rushing skills with a strong 6'3", 251-pound frame and a versatile moveset. Renowned for his consistency and unpredictability, he effectively disrupts offensive lines. His technical prowess and impactful play make him a promising candidate for a late day 2 or early day 3 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft.
I think he had, if I'm not mistaken, 14 and a half sacks this year for Virginia Tech. And I think he was up there. So the reason why I said that, as far as pass rushing, because as you saw,
because edge Olawafemi is more of a linebacker, not an edge rusher. Gotcha.
Yeah, he can he can play the run better than he can do the pass. Where it's the other way with Powell-Ryland, where he's better in the pass rush and he needs some work in the run game. So, and that's someone that if for me, I would look to target.
We need both. Oh shit. We need both because we ain't been able to stop the damn run, and we ain't been able to get to the quarterback neither.
I can say this much: with Dex and Grant, number one, you're forcing teams to run to the outside. So now you can certain situations. Yo, bro,
You didn't bring the room down, brother.
Nah.
You actually brought it up. I'm grateful to see how many miracles God has worked for people that I'm affiliated with throughout this past year. Joe's still around. I'm still around. Coach is still around. You're still around. So you ain't bring the mood down, brother. You brought it up.
Okay, I got you, bro.
Should the Giants trade Thibodeau in the 65th pick? Timothy, boy, I ain't seen you in a minute with these crazy trades. Browns for a second and 33 picks. Select Carter second overall. Ladies and gents, it's an honor and privilege to see everyone in the building. Hit 5:13 a.m. here in Johannesburg. We're about to leave our hotels now. Our club suffered a devastating loss. Damn, I'm sorry, brother. We got Springbok losers yesterday. When you heal up, stay safe, man. Go home, see your family and your loved ones, my brother. Always praying for you. God bless to everyone and stay safe. Likewise.
So now again, I just gave you that to show you that as far as edge, and you see how I just went down to Powell. Now there's other guys in between there that we can still target. Where if we go back to all and take a look, and identify
best player, yeah.
I mean, we don't have to. We can play it a lot of different ways. You talked about the running back. Caleb Johnson is a decent running back. Let me see his measurables. Hit the. Yeah, you just had him. Yeah, right there. I think he's 6'2",
6'1", 224. Good things can come from Kirk Ferentz, old school Iowa Hawkeyes. Caleb Johnson is one of those good things. Johnson rumbled for 1,537 yards and 21 touchdowns on 240 carries in 2024, and he breaks into our top 5 in the stacked 2025 NFL running back class. At 6'1", 224 pounds, Johnson isn't the most explosive or the fastest back, but he compensates with some of the best vision and creative instincts the class has to offer. A fast first and second level processor and an efficient footwork technician, Johnson knows how to use his setup space to bait defenders and clear lanes. He also has the bend and constant leg churn to wait a minute, gotta go down.
Scroll down. No. Yeah, you just scroll down the little on the side. That bar is on the side right there. The gray bar on the side to the right.
Oh, okay, that's it. To churn, create, and chunk plays once he's working vertically. Okay.
So he makes guys miss. He has good size. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's a power back. To me that would be Scatterbull. There go my boy Kyle. I love Kyle, but I'm not waiting that late for him. So so there's some
What
running
about
backs.
Devin Neal? Have you seen him at all? And he related to Evan Neal?
No, the running back. I think he's a small back. Bring up his notepad. I think he's like, is he 5? Yeah, he's 5'11".
Oh, yeah. 5'11", 213.
For 4,000 scoring.
After rushing for over 4,000 yards and scoring over
Heavily
50
used.
total touchdowns in 4 years.
He's heavily
Wow.
used. He was heavily, yeah.
His knees probably shot or on the way out. Jesus Christ. Probably get 4 years out of him and it's over.
That's what you really need. That's what you really need, though, in terms of running back. But if you want, Caleb Johnson is still a good get. If you want a running back, if you're really, adamant on getting a running back. So,
Well, I mean, this is the what? Still the third?
no, this is the start of the third round. It's the third round. We have 65 and 99 for the third round. So,
Let's see.
Amy Martinez is a good back too. Where you can get a swing tackle in Mobile. If you want a wide receivers, so you get a little bit of everything too. So
Let's look. Jaden Higgins.
mm-hmm.
Elika Yomanor. Hey.
He's 6'4", 6. I thought he was 6'4". He plays bigger than what I thought.
That's a physical tool.
Mm-hmm.
His large catch radius, impressive ball skills, and his coordination helps him track down the ball well and take optimal angles in the air. He offers pretty good speed for his size, too. And the combination of his size and speed make him a difficult defender to bring down after the catch. If you're looking for a polished route running technician, a Yomanor might not be your first choice. He's a bit high coming into his breaks and doesn't have the explosiveness in his lower half to consistently create separation. He's still developing his release package, and the high center of gravity can make it easier for cornerbacks to press him near the line of scrimmage.
Here's one thing. Let me see with the receivers. Scroll down. Let me see where they have Jimmy Horn Jr. rated.
Shit, that's
You got Lane there, yeah.
there he is.
Kyron
238.
Lacy, and you got Kyron Lacy. Yeah. I like Horn because he gives you good route running, but he's just small. Because I think he's like 5'9", but he's fast. When I tell you he ran like a 4.3 5.40 at the Colorado.
Shit, how tall was Steve Smith?
Yeah, but Horn is also special teams demon too. So, and then Kyron Lacy right above him. The only reason why Kyron Lacy is rated this late because he right now. The way he plays, an LSU wide receiver, he's familiar playing with whatchamacallit last year,
Neighbors.
So he knows how to play with him. To me, he's actually a second round pick, but he has off the field issues, where he's battling, so that's why he's dropped. But if you got one of those two, so and I say that because you don't have to reach for a wide receiver right now. If you want one and you want to develop
one later,
you can get some late. They're there. So, like you said, Jaden Higgins, offensive tackle, and that's your swing tackle, but you can, you can still get some later too. So I know Tropilio from Boston College is a good one. So, the point I'm making is every position you're looking at, we don't have to reach.
Right. We can just grab the best players available.
So, to me, it's down to the running back or the tackle. I'm going to be honest with you. That's me.
Offensive tackle, Marcus Mbao.
Mm-hmm.
And then running backs, Caleb Johnson.
Open up his notepad. I want to see his measurables. 6'4",
303. I believe Coach Ed has a name for those guys.
They say he's going to be a center. I don't know about that. I don't
His
know.
foot in the center of somebody's
Let
ass,
me see
more like
something. Hold on a second. Let me see something. I'm going to look him up real quick on Marcus.
Who is it back there? Is that Rafael?
Marcus Bell. What are they projecting him to
Hope you guys get your
be?
QB of the future. It's time you guys get back to old New York Giants football. I'm ready for some old school, hard hitting rivalry games. Good luck. The rebuild is a process. Be patient. Yeah, I know. That's easy for you to say after you got Saquon Barkley from us, fucker.
And we still can't get the tush push banned.
Ali is better than Johnson. Look him up, says Mr. Eric Johnson. What position is that you talking about there?
They said he's multi-role on the offensive line, so maybe he can play center as well as tackle. Oh, okay. Ali is better than Johnson? Okay. You ought to know having the same last name, so I trust you on that one. Look up the running backs, position, draft, running backs. And Caleb Johnson, Travion Henderson, Jukis, Skateboard. Bless you, ATN. Yeah, he killed Rutgers. Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State. He's a physical downhill runner. Good size, good weight. 40, he ran a 4.61. 72 in the breaking tackles. Pass blocking he has to improve on. He's about mid-range. And they're projecting him to be a 6th round, so you can probably get him in the 5th because we don't have a 6th
Who is that
round.
you're looking at?
Ollie Gordon, the running back he was just talking about.
Oh man, he 127. We can grab him.
Yeah, he's your power back that you're talking about too.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. 127. We'll try to grab him at like 99. Hopefully. Get this line straight so he can actually have somebody to run behind.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. What's the deal with Evan Neal? Is he a guard now?
He said he's willing to play guard.
After 3 years of failing to play right tackle because Gable didn't know what to do with him or didn't maximize him to his full potential. Now, at this point, Neal's got to either suck it up and basically get in Gable's grill and tell him, let me play guard because if you keep sticking me a tackle, I'm just going to keep doing what I do and be a damn turnstile.
Okay.
Let me see. Scroll down on the tackle window for a second. Yeah, just scroll down. I want to see something. Stop. No, go back up to 109, right? 108. Hit the window on Holland Pierce.
Holland Pierce.
Yeah, I know I'm a homer.
341.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Holland Pierce is a massive and powerful offensive lineman with the ability to dominate in the trenches. His size and strength make him a force in the run game, where he generates consistent push and effectively clears lane for the ball carriers.
Mm-hmm.
Pierce's legs and strong hands allow him to control defenders and maintain leverage and pass protection. While his awareness and footwork help him handle stunts and blitzes, while he can move laterally, he can be exposed at times by quick twitch defenders. There are some technique concerns that need to be refined at the next level, but the potential he offers will mean he should have plenty of suitors.
Mm-hmm. So
what's his name? Where's he at? Holland Pierce at 108?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying he's right there, even at 105, if you wanted to, if he's still there, you can get him or you can get him at 99 if you wanted to at the bottom of the 3rd round. So, we're talking about swing tackle. So that's what I was just looking at. So, the biggest thing right now is what we're doing is really fixing this offense.
We need another right tackle because Andrew Thomas is having foot issues. consistently.
You said right tackle or left tackle?
I mean, left tackle, yeah. Well, Andrew Thomas used to be, yeah.
That's why Holland or anybody can be a swing tackle, because don't forget you have Illuminor still, and if Illuminor gives you 1, maybe 2 more years after this year, then you can still say, okay, we can see what happens down the road with the offensive the tackles if you get a swing tackle. So, and then
Okay, so
God
let's
forbid
look at the edge rusher.
Okay.
We know he's not a real edge rusher. He's more of a run defender.
Mm-hmm.
What's this Swinson guy?
Yeah, how much about him?
6'3", 255. Brady Swinson has the tools to rise into day 2 of the 2025 NFL Draft. The LSU pass rusher broke out in 2024, showcasing his explosive first step, strength, and bend off the edge. At 6'4", 250, he converts speed to power effectively using a refined skill set and strong hand placement to disrupt offenses. His athletic upside makes him a compelling prospect in the 2025 edge rusher class.
Where do they have him rated? What number?
66.
66. So he's right there. If that's who you want to go with, then you want the edge, then you take the edge.
I mean, we got to create a pass rush. Brian Burns is like out there by himself, really, him and Dex.
Okay.
Ojulari really ain't, getting too much play time.
Ojulari's gone. He's with Philly.
Oh, shit. How did I miss that? When did that happen?
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
3 weeks ago? Yeah, it's been a minute, yeah. I think it was right at the start of free agency.
I was in Tennessee. That's why I missed that.
Well, take Swinson.
Damn. I can't believe that. How did I miss that? Jesus Christ.
Oh, Cap.
And now we get out of 99. So now you can go to hit all for a second, just to see something. So yeah, so you still have DT. I don't know Giddens.
Well, this is shaping up to be a nice draft.
Mm-hmm.
Where that running back at?
Oh, he's gone. Whatchamacallit is gone because now you're down to Giddens. You knew Whatchamacallit was going to go. So.
No, Ollie Gordon is right there.
Oh, Gordon? Oh, okay, yeah. You can get him at probably 105.
Oh, damn.
Or do you want to take him? This is 99, so you're still in the 3rd round. Or do you want to take him now? So
we was looking at the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, Holland Pierce is right there too. So, and so is Belton. So, I mean, you're right in the same area.
We got a defensive tackle and an edge rusher already.
Mm-hmm.
We got like 4 tight ends, don't we?
Mm-hmm. You know, Ryan Gatson was actually a former wide receiver up at Syracuse. He's a big body, so he's more of a flex tight end. So you can split him out sometimes, but you can also bring him in line. It's not the greatest blocker, but he's developing.
Well, I mean, we currently have, I think, 4 tight ends still, don't we?
I think so. It might be 3 or 4, yeah.
I just don't understand what happened to Bellinger after that Judy chop. You ain't see much of him.
So if you go back to all and look at the running back, wait a minute, where's that running back you were talking about? He's on 127. Yeah. So you can either get him or you can take Holland Pierce now and then go for the running back afterwards, whichever or.
Yeah, that sounds better because we're giving them something to run behind. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. And then you go to running back because you're coming up to 105.
Right there. Hey.
There he is.
I don't know, but that's kind of a reach, ain't it? 105, 127.
Yeah, but you look if you go from 105
we ain't
down to
picking again till
120.
Yeah. We need that bruiser back combination with Tyrone Tracy. Let's go. I'll see what we got here.
It's still picking. It's still drafting. So, are you on the board now? Yeah, you're on the board. Let me see draft results. Let me see the draft results.
What is it? Oh,
yeah, right there. Okay, so yeah, now we're on the board now. So,
damn, Tennessee got the edge rusher Antoine Powell.
Yeah, see, I knew he was going to go, so it didn't matter. So, but we still got. You already got.
I got one earlier.
Yeah, you took the edge.
Yeah, Switzerland.
So now the question is, go to. I know you're looking at wide receiver before.
Yes, sir. Let me see. Nick Nash.
Scroll down for me. Just let me see something.
Where's the one you were just talking about? That was a tight
end. Lacey and Horn are there. Yeah, the tight end was Rondé Gatson.
Nah, Lacey's the one with the off the field issues, and Horn is the one played with Shador.
Yep, he played with Shador. But you can get them a little bit later. So it's either 232, 238, so you still have time. Possibly, there's plenty of other receivers in front of him. So
let's grab that tight end we was looking at.
Yeah, he's going. I kind of figured that. I kind of figured Gatson was going to go. I don't know most of these. He's an Iowa pick, so.
You got the guard, you got the defensive tackle, the couple with
you got the edge.
The edge rusher, running back, tackle, running back.
So let me see. Prather, 2. Oh no, that's 208. That's too high for. Linebacker. I know you love linebackers.
Yeah, we've been trash at stopping the run.
Jack Kaiser.
Notre Dame, 6'1", 231.
He was a former safety.
Coverage linebacker. Rare instincts when dropping into coverage. Consistently shows the ability to take away open angles. Zone drops are elite. Has a strong feel for spacing and route development while in zone. Has the ability to cover running backs at a high level in one-on-one situations. Possesses excellent closing speed and a great on-ball skill to prevent passes from being completed. A savvy downhill linebacker who doesn't get downhill with much force, but is still able to shed blocks and make plays. Is a good on-the-field athlete, but hasn't shown the ability to cover sideline to sideline. An effective blitzer who finds creative ways to get pressure on the quarterback. Elite open field tackler who takes great angles to the ball and knows how to finish plays. Kaiser has an outstanding 4.6 career missed tackle rate.
Yeah, he was a former safety too. Before they moved him to the linebacker the last 2 years, so that's why his coverage ability is up there.
I don't like that. Drastic fluctuations from year to year in his performance. No. They need consistency. Jabbar Muhammad is versatile and competitive quarterback with impressive mobility and route recognition, having played for Oklahoma State, Washington, and now Oregon. He has shown the ability to excel in different schemes. Though undersized at 5'10", 183 pounds, his quick twitch movement and ball tracking skills make him a strong candidate for a nickel role in the NFL, likely a day 3 selection.
But you got Phillips for the nickel, so.
Shit, we got 3 safeties.
So the question is, are you doing linebacker or are you going back on the offensive side? You already got your edge. Unless you want another edge.
Shit, you never have too many edge rushers. You never have too many edge rushers, bro. We need to create pressure. We need teams to be scared to come into New York. We lost almost every home game last year except for the stupid-ass Colts game. So we need to change that around. They need to be scared to come to MetLife. Don't you agree? Don't you miss the good old days when people came into New York shitting bricks, sweating because they had to face LT and Carl Banks and Pepper Johnson and Leonard Marshall and
of course you missed that. Of course you missed that.
Yeah.
You know, but the mindset is totally different now. So they don't have that nowadays. So what is it that you really want? You want the edge? If you want the edge, then let's look at the edge.
I'm not killing nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with your mom and your wife's situation, brother. That ain't got nothing to do with Lou. All right, back to the draft there. Sorry. You said don't forget what now? I was reading two of those comments. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying if you want the edge, get the edge.
I want a consistent pass rusher. North Carolina. I don't know about that. 6'1", 254. Cameron Rucker has been a consistent part of North Carolina's defensive line rotation since the true freshman season. Has produced at above average levels throughout his college career with 14.5 sacks and 23 tackles for loss in the past 2 seasons. Rucker has gotten pressure on just over 15% of his pass rushing snaps over the past 2 seasons, thanks to a multitude of pass rushing moves he can utilize to get around linemen. He is an above-average athlete who moves well in space and can get off the ball quickly. While Rucker is a consistent tackler who can finish plays, he is not a physical run defender and has trouble at times with setting the edge. Nope, not an edge rusher. Why would I want you an edge rusher if you have trouble setting the edge, sir?
Look, we're at 154, so.
Teddy Buchanan is a high motor linebacker known for his intelligence and tackling proficiency. Transferring from UC Davis to California, he became a defensive leader, consistently positioning himself to make impactful plays. Buchanan excels in run defense, demonstrating patience and effective gap penetration, leading to notable tackles for loss. His coverage skills are advanced with the ability to disrupt passing lanes and anticipate plays. However, concerns about his fluidity against more athletic pass catchers may affect his draft stock. Overall, Buchanan's instincts and versatility make him a valuable asset for teams seeking a reliable linebacker. You know what? We need a linebacker.
We do.
What do you know about this Jay Higgins?
Don't know anything about him from last year.
Damn. I'm going to try this Buchanan guy. At least he can stop the run. Consistent run stopper. Excels in run defense, demonstrating patience and effective gap penetration, leading to notable tackles for loss. His coverage skills are advanced with the ability to disrupt passing lanes and anticipate plays. 6'2", 233. JJ, please. Why is he still there?
Yeah,
That's crazy. He went from tight end to defensive tackle.
Yeah. He plays in goal line too. That's right. I remember they were talking about him. He plays fullback, tight end, also in short yardage, and he'll catch a pass in the flats or in the goal line, as well as being a disruptive force on the defensive side of the ball.
Shit. I don't think we're going to grab him. Pause.
Okay.
We need a bad guy. Shit. Wait a minute.
You're down to your last 2 picks, so
Is he still there? Jimmy
Kyron
Horn.
Lacey, Kyron Lacey and Jimmy Horn are both there. Honestly, if I'm choosing, I'm probably. Do you want to?
Kyron Lacey, Jimmy Horn.
Quentin is there too. Yeah.
Here we go.
Who?
No, I was just thinking about LeQuint, but he's more of another Tyrone Tracy in a sense. Just not as explosive.
We got Shador. We got offensive guard Donovan Jackson. We got defensive tackle Kenneth Grant. We got Braden Swinson, edge rusher. Holden Pierce, swing tackle. Or Ollie Gordon II, running back, and defensive tackle J.J. Pegues. Excuse me. Which one do you think is better, Kyron Lacey or Jimmy Horn?
In terms of talent overall, Kyron Lacey. But Jimmy Horn gives you speed and yeah, it's just they're off the field. Because if not, he'd probably be a second, third rounder.
So he's a steal here.
Yeah, he's a steal.
And at 219, you're not really losing nothing. He's worth the risk. I'm drafting him. All right, we're down to 246. Holy crap. If this draft shapes up like this, I'll be happy. We've at least fixed our offensive and defensive front. We've drafted a quarterback. And we put another bruising back in the backfield to pair with Tyrone Tracy.
Look at Thomas Fedone from Nebraska. Let me see his notes.
He must be small because it says height to be determined, weight to be determined.
I'll find out right now. Hold on. Thomas Fedone
is a tall and long tight end who was the number one ranked player at his position coming out of high school. Long strider who can make his way up the field quickly, lined up out wide in high school, but was primarily used in the slot and in line at Nebraska. Consistent chain mover, reliable hands, low production totals in college, has never been a consistent part of his team's passing game. Possesses decent route running skills for a tight end, knows to create open windows for the quarterback, decent creator after the catch, can make guys miss and be a difficult player to bring down. Below average run blocking. Strength and technique, has dealt with a concerning amount of knee issues in college. Missed his first 2 years entirely dealing with knee issues. No.
Okay. No.
Caleb Ransaw, cornerback, 5'11". Jesus Christ. Has below average ball skills. Nope. But it is 246.
Don't forget a lot of these guys are also going to be doing special teams.
You got 5 offensive players. 1, 2, 3. 3 offensive players. 3 defensive players. Safety. No, cornerback. We need a good gunner and a good punt returner. Which are usually wide receivers, right?
Yeah, wide receivers, and then sometimes depends on the running backs. What's up, Dash?
Big Dash was good.
Oh, Wester is
Jordan, I
still
would
there.
be hyped if that's how the draft turned out. Heavyweight champ of the world. Woo! I sent you the link in Twitter, Dash.
Any of you guys want to join me if I have to do a live call of WrestleMania?
When is that?
19th and 20th of this month.
Yeah, if I got time, I'll jump on there with you. Pause. Where the kickers at? Graham Gano been messing up.
Wester's 5'11". Let's get intermediate routes. Wester, exceptional short area quickness allows him to create instant separation off the line. Devastating as the option routes change the speed masterfully within his routes, showing veteran savvy to low defenders. Natural hands catcher who tracks the ball exceptionally well over his shoulder. Demonstrated advanced understanding of zone coverage, consistently finding and settling into the soft spots. Elite stop-start ability, shows surprising toughness. Dangerous return man who combines vision and explosive acceleration.
Who is this?
Wester. And weaknesses. Significantly undersized at 167 pounds, struggles to defeat press. Limited catch radius. But that's the point. He's this late for a reason. So, yeah. And you can probably develop him and add weight later on, too. So, and plus he also, guess who he played with? Shador.
Yep. Familiarity.
Mm-hmm.
Chemistry. All right. Damn, what a good draft.
You got to trade back one spot to pick up an extra second round draft pick. That's an excellent draft. And to walk away where you really did do a great job of attacking the trenches with the guard, swing tackle, interior, defensive lineman, edge rusher. You got two interior defensive tackles. Forgot about Big East. Big East can also be a short yardage back and tight end slash. So you got two receivers. Lacey is a steal in the 7th round. Wester, familiar with Shador as well as playing special teams. So yeah, that's a great draft. That's definitely a great draft.
All made possible by that first trade that you suggested. Mm-hmm. Hey, there go Dash.
What's going on, fellas?
What's
Dash in the building. What's going on?
My brother from another.
There you go.
Yeah, my bad. I've been missing the links.
Hold up, brother. Hold up. This brother, you don't even see no white left on this man's wall. I remember when Dash first started.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Dash had a little sign in the back, a little light, and a little computer screen.
Yep.
Now you can't even see Dash damn wall.
I got it. Yeah, had to make a collage for sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
that looks like a good draft, though, man. I had a question for Coach because I know you like Rutgers. The Holland Pierce
Mhm.
kid, man. What's the deal with him?
Big kid, he's physically imposing. If he gets his hands on you, he locks you out. In the Big Ten, he was consistently washing defensive linemen, which is why Rutgers had a good rushing attack. He's adequate in the pass game. He still has to develop. Biggest thing, which most people don't talk about when it comes to Holland Pierce, he was a walk-on at Rutgers, and he was over 400 pounds when he got there.
Yeah.
And then
I saw the documentary
Mhm.
that they put out on him. Yeah, he was he was over 400 pounds, and then they said he showed up. You know, basically when he got out the car lifted up or something like that. He was super heavy.
Yep. So, and that tells you also he's willing to work hard. And he's studied about nutrition and, getting into the weight room. So, if you can develop him, he's a steal as a swing tackle.
I wonder if he
Third
was,
round or fourth round is where I think he's going to go.
I wonder if he was part of the local pro day that they had. You know that they had that local pro day.
I believe he was there.
Manungai was there.
It was Manungai. It was him. Tyrene Powell. Longer Beam was there.
Okay.
It was one more. I'm forgetting who it was. Oh, the long snapper.
Yeah, he's physically imposing though. I know that much.
Yeah.
That's how much, and you can see how big he is even on like some of the 22. But I haven't watched a lot of them. But he was a starter. What, 2 years or 3 years? He's been a starter for a while.
3 years at Rutgers. He started at right tackle, then he switched over to the last 2 years to left tackle.
Okay.
So so he gave guys a fit. He was all Big Ten. Was he third team? I think he was third team as a tackle.
All right. What's going on, Raph? What's going on, Mets?
Hey, Salute Dash.
Raph with the beard. Look at that.
Right.
That was a good damn draft. If we was to shape up anywhere close to that in the draft, I will be super fucking excited.
The kicker though was when New England offered you the 4th and a 2nd round draft pick just to move up one spot. I'm like, yo, do it. Because I mean, when
they got Drake May, that was a great call. They're not going to draft a quarterback again.
No, in real life, guess what? The Giants should be talking to New England and Jacksonville. And you tell New England, Jacksonville's on the horn. They want to move up to 3. They're not taking.
Tell Jacksonville, New England's on the horn.
Mm-hmm. And who's going to give you? More than likely, somebody's going to give you a first rounder next year too. So, because what were teams trying to do to the Giants last year to move up to number 3? Well,
New England was the ones.
So you trying to get him back?
See, but this is Joe Shane we talking about, who let Barkley walk out of here for absolutely nothing. So, he'd probably be like, well, you can, man. After this great draft, I don't even want to bring the room down talking about that dumbass. So we gonna keep it rolling on a high note and end it on a high note. But
I just like the fact the way that the trenches were attacked in that draft, man. I mean, 2 interior defensive linemen, an offensive guard, swing tackle, edge rusher. Man, it's like,
I made my first 4 videos on YouTube was about the linemen, the hog mollies. My first videos was hog mollies. That's we can't do nothing without them. You can't do nothing without a defensive front. You can't do nothing without an offensive front. I said it at the beginning of the live stream. Football is a game of inches, and that war is fought in the trenches. And for the past 12 to 15 years, our offensive line has been fucking horrible.
That's true.
Indeed.
Eli's last 3 years, he was throwing the ball at the ground just to avoid getting sacked.
Check down.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, we got to fix that shit. And if we're going to be getting running backs and quarterbacks in the first round, don't we want them to be healthy so that they can actually play?
That's a fact.
Everybody wants the shiny new toys, but they don't want the big fence to keep the shiny new toys clean.
Yeah, and you see me, I'm arguing every day with folks.
Yeah, you are.
They getting all my energy. Pause, man. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I got I got a lot of target. I can't wait to spin the block. We get Shador Sanders.
Oh, oh.
It's like a civil war.
Listen. I'm hearing people talking crazy. Oh well, we're not gonna draft Shador because we got Russell and we got Jameis.
Those people shut
Where
up.
has Jameis Winston won anything at? Yes, he's been to some big games. He don't play consistent enough.
Hey, he beats Pittsburgh last year.
He did.
Russell Wilson won some Super Bowls a long time ago. He's on the decline of his career, and all he's thinking about is trying to go out with a bang. So he's not really trying to be a mentor to a rookie. He's trying to focus on winning now.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
trying to
You know what I mean?
He's trying to set Sierra up, man. Because she
And
just released her new track on Friday. So
soon as she found out he was coming to New York, she got in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you going to New York, baby? This beat is automatic supersonic. Oh shit!
I can't wait, man. We got 18 days now? 17 days.
We get Shador Sanders, bro. We lit. But we got to get them linemen. Yeah. We have got to get up. Well, I want to pull that shit back up. Where is that? We're going to share this again. Because that was a damn good draft.
Download it and save it, man.
Yes, indeed.
I took a screenshot of it.
We got made sure.
Shador Sanders, Donovan Jackson, offensive guard, Ohio State. Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle, Michigan.
Yeah.
Braden Swinson, edge rusher, LSU. Olin Pierce, offensive tackle, Rutgers. Ollie Gordon Jr., running back, Oklahoma State.
Mm-hmm.
J.J. Pegues, defensive tackle, Ole Miss. Kyron Lacey, wide receiver, LSU. LeJontay Wester, wide receiver, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. The Giants is back, baby. You see what I'm wearing? Oh! Oh, shit. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Every year, baby.
Look at Coach. Look, Coach got the video queued up.
This is what she coming to New York for, man. This is what she coming to New York for, man. Come on, let's be real, man.
Nah, Russ is shout out though. Russ put the video. He shared the video. Like, go take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Anything goes when it comes to those because simping ain't easy.
Mm-hmm.
Who said that?
How you been, Big Lou?
Oh man, I've been through it.
Yeah, I ain't get a chance. It's been a while. I ain't get a chance to I kept seeing the links, but I was seeing them the next day. Like when I log off of Twitter, I'm going. And then I checked the next. I'm like, damn, I missed another link. So I said, I saw your link today. I said, you know what? Let me see if I can get on real quick. Hang out with the fellas.
Yeah, man. Wrecked my car. It was a 6-car pileup.
Wow.
Dude didn't have no insurance. Dude that caused it didn't have no insurance.
Good Lord.
And I had just switched from Liberty Mutual to Geico 3 days before the accident. And Geico sat there and told me, oh, you ain't paid enough into the policy.
So it got totaled? Total?
Nah, damn near though. You might have. I wish they would have.
Yeah,
I wish they would. At least I'd have got my gap covered. My gap insurance would have covered it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
6-car pileup. And the dude ain't had no insurance. That's crazy.
So, cars coming out the shop next week. I'll be back in my big white SUV. Right now, I'm in a little Toyota. Looking like a true New Yorican. But yeah, man. My kids are healthy though. Yeah, my kids are healthy. You know what I'm saying? They in the bed asleep now.
That's what's up.
You know, still working, still healthy myself. Still was able to walk away from that, even though my car was not.
You ain't got no more on the way, do you?
Hell no, son. The factory is closed. The land is for sale. The employees have been laid off, nigga.
Had to flip the
plant
sign.
is closed.
It's closed.
The plant is closed. The land is for
window.
sale, and all the employees have been laid off, and severance packages have been disseminated. There's nothing going zones around here but practice.
Nah, coach still in the game. You.
Oh no! I said I'm still practicing, but we not.
It's preseason.
Yeah, none of it counts.
It's scrimmage, right? This is a scrimmage game.
Look, it happened. It happened. Huh?
I'm too old to be hitting the reset button.
You ain't never too old, man. You ain't never too old. You'll be 80 years old. 80 years old, holding a newbie, in your hands.
That's depriving the child of having a good upbringing, man. You can't throw catch with him or nothing. You can't.
You can pay somebody to do that. You can pay somebody to throw away catch with him. Come on now. Come on.
Man. Now you leave that to the young fella. Leave that up to Raph. Raph the next one. Raph got a couple.
Oh snap.
Just steer him right. You know, don't let them be Raiders fans. You know, let them be Giants
fans. Raphael's like, man, I just grew a beard. What are you talking about?
Hey, to be honest, right now, I mean, I just grew up my beard because I haven't shaved for a month, and I just feel like very good.
Hey, it look good though, man.
Yeah, I look very good. But check this out. I mean, I haven't posted a live stream because I was.
Jesus Christ, I miss you guys. That's funny.
Yeah, I know, because I haven't a while for like a week because I was dealing with family, because I was celebrating my brother's birthday, and then I had to go to dealing with the life. I mean, it's been like a lot, but I had to be like keeping on moving. And to be honest,
it's been a lot with celebrating your brother's birthday. That's not stress.
That was just the beginning of the week.
No, that was at the beginning of the week. That was at the beginning of the week.
So y'all been hung over all week, is what you're saying. Y'all had a Argentina, Venezuela. No. What are you? Venezuela?
No, yes.
Yeah. Y'all had a Venezuelan party. I know how that go. Yeah. Tortillas and tequila for a week and a half. I know how it go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but the other thing is because I know that I was working with the scouting school, because I gotta tell you for this one, this year could be really huge about the running backs, wide receivers. I mean, this year at the draft, it could be like mind blowing. I mean, if they got great talents, great skills, because it's not gonna be like a science thing. And I know that between scouting a player, you can be like a very good use for everything, a bad use for everything. I mean, I know that I've been working very long. I know that I've been doing so much great to prepare about between for the football season. But since then, I mean, I can really to do anything better, because in this opportunity, I mean, when it comes to the draft, it all happens with the talent. And of course, not wasting time for the big money. So I just wanted to tell you, bring the best talent. And of course, you will see the next one going to be on the playoffs. So it's going to be so extraordinary.
I hope so. I can't wait. I can't wait to talk trash, man.
Oh, man.
But with that being said, I'm not going to be able to make it to the draft this year, because I had to pay for my car to be repaired out of my own pocket. The insurance screwed me. So, yeah, I won't be able to draft this year.
I got Geico, but I had Geico since 2004, man. I don't know how much money I done gave them people. But now you was going to Green Bay too, huh? I wasn't going.
Yeah, this is gonna be in Green Bay.
I wasn't going to Green Bay, bro.
I'm gonna save my trip to the draft for Pittsburgh next year.
You close to
this
Pittsburgh?
Gonna be next year?
You close to Pittsburgh, Mets?
Oh, Pittsburgh's about an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
I mean, for Mets though, for Mets, where you at, Mets?
Okay.
He's in Charlotte.
Oh,
He's
I
an
didn't know
hour
he was
from
in
me.
North Carolina. I didn't know he was in North Carolina.
No, I think there's 3 persons in North Carolina. There's me, Mets, and Lou. I mean,
Wait a
in
minute,
different-
Raph, you in North Carolina too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
Grant,
Jeez.
Lou lives about an hour and a half or so from
Yeah.
Raph and I in Winston-Salem.
I'm in a very
Okay.
central location. I can reach New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, DC, Florida, Atlanta, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Like I can hit multiple spots from where I'm at within 8 hours. Either way, I can be in all those places. So
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm stranded over here, brother.
Where are you from, Dash?
Well,
he in the
I'm from-
desert.
I'm from Jersey, but I'm in Arizona right now.
Oh, yeah. Arizona. Yeah, I forgot. That was very close to California and Nevada. Yep.
That shit is the desert.
It is a desert.
That shit is
You've been
hot
out here.
as
You've been out here.
Shit.
You came out here in the
Yeah.
wrong time though, because it's beautiful right
Ain't
now.
no right time.
It
Shit.
is absolutely from December to about May. It's perfect out here. It was what a nice 75 today.
Oh,
I was
y'all
out-
winters is like
Well,
that's what y'all
yeah,
winters like over there?
like the coldest it get is like 40 degrees,
Oh,
and that's in the morning, and it'll be 65, midday, and that's it. It don't get no hotter than that.
What?
Yep.
So
But then
5
when they
months out the year, y'all got perfect weather, and then the
Yep.
other 7 is
It's just it's 100 plus dust storms. My patio furniture be covered.
Mm-mm.
I move a pillow, it just be clouds of dust. It is crazy out here. Dusty.
Mm-mm. I'd rather be in Alaska than there.
I don't know about that now, Coach.
Yeah.
you know how many
Alaska-
people go
the
missing
sun-
in
the-
Alaska every year?
The sun don't come out in Alaska sometimes, man.
Exactly.
For
That's
30
the whole
days.
point. That's
It
the
don't
whole
go.
point.
Yeah, it don't go down for another 32. So
That's the beautiful thing, man.
nah, I seen that movie Insomnia. I can't do that.
What part of Arizona? Yuma, Nick, Scottsdale?
No. I'm in the Phoenix area.
oh.
Yeah, see, whew, that's exactly where I went to. I went to
Yeah.
Phoenix, Arizona. Listen, I'd have lived in Puerto Rico. I'd have lived in the South. I'd have been to Texas. I drove through Arizona and burnt my arm. My arm was on the window, and I'm driving.
Yeah,
I ain't never been sunburned in my life. I drove through Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, and my shit was burnt.
Wow.
Nah, that's a fact. I be having tan lines and everything. That's a fact.
Mm.
I'll be in the house though. Once it get over 100 degrees, I don't leave the house.
Mm-mm.
I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Never
Because
again.
it'd be 3 a.m. It'd be like 97 degrees.
Who do
Three
we
in the
That
think?
shit is
Who do you
crazy.
think the Giants will draft with the 3rd pick? I want my quarterback. That's all I gotta say.
Shout out to Danny.
I want Shador.
Yo,
Shador.
listen. Damn sure better be Shador or Cam Ward. I won't be mad at neither one. I would prefer Shador. I think he has a higher ceiling. I think Cam Ward is better right now, but I think Shador will be a better quarterback in the long run. But either way, I wouldn't be mad at either one of them. I will be upset, however, if they just run with Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston and don't draft a quarterback. I will be
Let me tell you something.
incensed.
The only way I'm not mad, like if we miss out on Shador, is because the Browns took him before we got a chance.
Mhm.
If we pass on him, that's a whole different type of.
That is just stupidity at its highest level.
Some people want that too, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
There's
Some
those
people
who
want that.
there's some who say, "Oh well, get Hunter at 3 and then trade back up into the." There's no
Listen.
guarantee, and who's to say the Saints are not going to take Shador if he's there at 9?
Yeah,
Or-
you got.
But
the
why
Raiders,
would you
got
why
the
would you
Saints.
take the receiver and then trade back up for the quarterback? Grab your
Because he's
quarterback and then
generational.
trade back up for your receiver if you want the receiver. I mean, what the
See, we living in the right world. That's why we don't understand it, Lou. They want to keep. They want to keep stacking wide receivers with nobody to throw it to them.
That's ridiculous. I got 2 wide receivers in this draft, but I got the quarterback first.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's I don't know. We can't fit that many receivers, man.
Pause.
I saw that you got Lacey, and then you got pause. I missed that one. Pause. It was Lacey, and then who was the other one?
Wester.
Oh yeah, LeJohntay. That's right, LeJohntay. I like LeJohntay too, man.
What I mean, with Lacey though was a steal in the 7th round.
I think Lacey goes. I think he might be a UDFA because of that court case.
I know that you said that before.
Yeah, and
I'm just like, either way, whether UDFA or as a 7th round, that to me that's a steal, because he has 2nd, 3rd round talent, man.
He is.
And if his court case, you know, is he works through it, whoever gets him.
That's what I said. UDFA. Yeah. If he lasts that long. And then he might want to come play with Malik too. You know, get reunited
That's his
with him.
boy. Exactly. They're very familiar with each other.
And so you have that familiarity with them, and then you have the familiarity with LeJohntay and Shador. So if you get that chemistry right, which is why I went heavy O-line and heavy D-line, you got some protection. The quarterback has a little breathing room to look and go through his progressions. And you build that chemistry in preseason and all that, and training camp, you're dealing with a monster come go time.
Yeah,
I just want Kenneth Grant. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When I watching Kenneth Grant, I was watching his film. I was like, oh my gosh, man.
He can move too.
Yeah,
we got that big.
Exactly.
We drafted him on this mock draft.
Him and Dexter. Oh my gosh. Y'all want to run? Go ahead. You're forcing them to go outside. And that's where you could just funnel it right to the sideline. Saquon, you want to run? You're going to definitely run to the outside.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I say that every year too, man. I can't wait.
But it's getting late. I got to bring these boys to school and take my ass to work in the morning.
I feel that.
Guys, make sure you go subscribe to Big Dash. Make sure you go subscribe to Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, man. Go check out Raphael and skip over and go check out Mets 2128, man. Go subscribe to these great content creators. Mets got your wrestling. Ralph got your combat. Coach got you on all variety of sports, especially college. He's tuned into the college world like nobody else. Big Dash, you know, all the way from the West Coast, still giving you the jersey info with the New York Giants, man. And you know me, I love the boxing and the New York Giants, so that's what I'm gonna keep it hot with.
I just got to do this before we get out of here. Yo, Dash.
What's up?
You know what my school did, right? You know what Plainfield did?
The state champs. I know.
Yeah, they ended up number 1. Yeah, and they beat the number 2 team in the whatchamacallit tournament. What was it? Up at the Mall of America. They beat the number 2 team in the country.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So
I didn't know that.
So the team, Long Island Lutheran and the Mellow Sons team ended up winning the whole thing. So
okay, cool.
So
I saw the state champs. Yeah, I saw that.
You know I was there. Plainfield ain't never done that. So
yeah, my cousin live in Plainfield. He sent me the link to watch it live. So I was like,
they got this rivals. Kid from North Carolina. He's 6'10". He came there.
Plainfield got a kid from North Carolina?
Yes, he came and transferred in.
Now they cheating. now y'all recruit people, public school recruiting people.
Well, he's now a 4-star recruit. He also played football down in North Carolina, and he's a 3-star.
That's great. I'm surprised. Didn't try to steal him. St. Pat's.
No,
St. Anthony's,
because his family's from Plainfield, so they were like, "Yo, go there." And Micah Gordon, who's he's becoming one of the top sophomore guards in the state.
Okay,
he's you said you saw him, so number 5. That's true.
Salute to Plainfield. That's the only time you're gonna get some love from me. Plainfield.
Yeah, I know. We go back and forth. Union County. That's why.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
One of the best counties in the state of New Jersey when it comes to sports.
It is. That's a fact, though.
Mm-hmm. So sorry about that, Lou. I just had to.
No, you good. I know how it go.
I had to, give it a little basketball nudge.
I
know last
remember,
time we on here.
in Jersey City, them guys from Journal Square used to be beefing with Union City. You know what I'm saying? I know how I go.
Man.
I know how I'm
Oh,
still from
man,
there too. I'm from New
Union
York and New
City?
Jersey.
Union City. That's the most compact. I thought Hoboken was compact, but Union City is different. Oh my
Union City is different. It's crazy too because before I didn't know Union City existed till I was maybe in like 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And when I remember the first time we played, I felt like we was the real Union. We're Union, and it was like Union City. I'm like, what the hell is Union City? Bunch of Puerto Ricans.
But yo, Dash, here's the kicker for me.
Like Perth Amboy, Union City.
Yep.
It's like,
but here's the kicker.
How did y'all get there? How did y'all get to Union City or Perth Amboy? Like how? But yeah.
Hey Lou, the high school football stadium is on top of the high school. It's on top of the high school.
It's crazy.
I was like, wait a minute. You're gonna play a football game on top of the high school, not on the ground. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna get me up there one day. Nope.
I'm starving.
Nah.
You said he's starving?
No, wait.
No, I said where the F is Darby.
Oh, you doing another mock draft? You over there?
No. Hold on a minute. I think I know. I understand about it. He was watching wrestling.
Oh, that's what it was. You watching all 22 WWE?
ANEW. Yeah, ANEW Dynasty.
All 22. He said
the AEW wrestling.
Yeah. Hey, Dash, I'm not messing with you, bro.
Yo, I had on my Twitter feed. I had a picture of what's his name, Vince McMahon. The day he had what's her name, Stacy, and she was dancing on the table, and she put the way he was just like, I was like, that would have been me. That would have been me.
I remember this.
I used to bring the desk into the ring. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
You are hired. Yeah, you are hired. Definitely. I admit I do miss those wrestling days. I ain't gonna lie.
Late 90s, early 2000s, man. Good Lord, that was different.
That was really great.
We gotta let Lou get out of here though.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, we good, bro. Hey, listen, I appreciate all of y'all for stopping in, man. It's been a minute. I'm gonna get back to doing these every Sunday night and every Thursday night, man. But everybody hit that subscribe button for all of these great content creators, man. And until next time, bro, y'all already know what it is.
Peace.
Ain't no chat, no like, it's just action. All my just front like it's hatching. You already know. Popping. Ain't no stopping me now, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now, cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now, cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl